Coffee cart queen. From car sleeper to caffeine empire builder. It was 6:13 a.m. when Mia turned the key in her rusting Honda Civic. She hadn't really slept. Again. She wore yesterday's sweater, slept in the back seat, and dreamed in coffee. Her car was more than transport now. It was a bedroom, an office, and sometimes a soundproof crying booth. Parked behind a half-abandoned gas station, shaded by a flickering streetlight, it offered shelter, but not comfort. The mornings were cold, the windshield iced over from the inside. She'd scrape it with an old library card, fingers stiff, breath fogging the cracked glass. But the dreams, they were stubborn. They refused to freeze. She had exactly $127.42 in her bank account, one pair of decent shoes, and a beat-up notebook full of coffee-stained scribbles and half-formed plans. Her most persistent thought, the one she repeated like a prayer, was, "Everyone drinks coffee. Why not from me?" She didn't know why that sentence grabbed her. Maybe because it was simple, director, possible, the idea that wouldn't let go. After quitting her job in corporate marketing, where she was just another blurred face in Zoom calls, Mia felt invisible, small, unnecessary. But coffee felt different. It was something people wanted, needed, loved. She had no savings, no connections, no business degree. But she had grit and an itch in her chest that said, "Start anyway." She searched Craigslist obsessively, scrolled past overpriced machines and rusted trailers until she found it, a dented, leaning, semi-functional coffee cart. $90. The seller was a retired hot dog vendor who said, "If you can make something out of this, kid, you've got more guts than most." She bought it on the spot, tied it to the back of her car with rope and hope, becoming a barista by moonlight. She didn't know how to steam milk, didn't know the difference between a flat white and a cortado, so she taught herself. Nights were spent in the back of libraries with weak Wi-Fi, watching barista tutorials, scribbling ratios, and latte art techniques in her notebook. One night, a kind stranger on Reddit offered to loan her an old espresso machine. He mailed it to her with a note, "Make someone's day better, then pay it forward." She practiced in parking lots, steamed oat milk from a camping stove, burned her tongue more than once. But every time she messed up, she just whispered, "Tomorrow I'll do better." She named her cart Moxie Brew. Bold, a little rough, full of fight, just like her. First cup, first spark. The first morning she opened, she parked near the local university. Cold wind, nervous breath. She wore all the layers she owned, used duct tape to fix a loose wheel, and whispered affirmations to herself between each passing student. Most walked by without looking. Some glanced, then kept walking. Then a woman with red glasses stopped, looked at the cart, then at Mia. "You open?" she asked. Mia nodded too quickly. "Absolutely." She fumbled with the shot, steamed too much milk, and added cinnamon before asking. The woman took a sip, paused, smiled. "It's good," she said. "I'll be back." That day, Mia sold 10 cups, made $36. That night, she sobbed into the steering wheel, not from sadness, but because it meant she could show up again tomorrow. Sticky notes and soul shots. She added a new twist. Each cup came with a handwritten sticky note. Quotes like, "You're not tired, you're just uninspired. This coffee believes in you. Start before you feel ready." People began to notice. The notes were photographed, posted, shared. Then one day, a local food blogger ordered a dirty chai. She snapped a pic and posted it with the caption, "The best chai I didn't expect to find on a sidewalk." It went viral. Overnight, Mia had a line. People came for caffeine and connection, the people she poured for. There was Ethan, the overworked nursing student who ordered triple shots and left generous tips. Lena, the professor who wrote poetry on napkins and once cried at the quote on her cup. And Mark, a recently laid-off dad who said, "This is the only place that feels normal right now." Mia kept a journal behind the cart, not of sales, but of stories, small kindnesses, honest moments, proof that what she was building mattered, brewing community. With her first $1,000 saved, Mia bought a better grinder and real branded cups. Her first hire was James, a quiet man she met at a shelter. He had warm eyes, steady hands, and could steam milk like magic. Later came Rosa, a single mom, and Dev, a veteran with a laugh like thunder. She called them baristas with backstories. Everyone who worked for her had known what it felt like to fall. Now they were rising, together. Customers came back not just for the coffee, but because they were seen, heard, remembered. The hard days. There were still bad days, rainy days with no sales, broken wheels, power outages, critics who said she wasn't real business material. Once her espresso machine fried mid-morning rush. She refunded every customer, then cried behind a dumpster. But she didn't quit. She wrote herself a sticky note that day. A bad day doesn't mean a bad dream. She kept it taped to her rearview mirror. 3 years later, today Moxie Brew has 5 mobile carts, 1 permanent cafe, a small community center that offers job skills and second chances. Mia still works the 6 a.m. shift, still wears flannel, still hands out sticky notes. She doesn't live in a car anymore, but she never forgot the girl who did. People often ask, "How did you do it? Weren't you scared? Did you have a plan?" And she always smiles and says, "I didn't wait to feel ready. I just brewed the first cup." Moral of the story, you don't need a fancy business degree, a bank loan, or a 5-year plan. You just need a reason, some courage, and a splash of cinnamon. Start where you are, with what you have, with shaky hands if you must, because someone out there is waiting for your cup. And your courage might just be the spark they need. Let them call you crazy. Let the wheels squeak. Let the coffee spill. But whatever you do, don't stop brewing. If you enjoyed this story of resilience and grit, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. There are more inspiring journeys coming your way, and you won't want to miss them.